Hello Rift fans, and welcome back to the Rift Archive. This is another quick tip video. I wanted to walk through a couple of my recommendations for what to do when you first start the game. So I created a new account in Glyph in my how to install Glyph and download Rift video, and I wanted to walk through like a brand new character. So here we go. So the first thing you should see is which shard to select. So for North America, the most populated shard is Deepwood, and this is the one that I'd recommend. These other ones do have players on them. Seastone is the sole PvP shard. And the shard is basically just which server your character is going to be based out of. It doesn't limit you from, playing the game on different shards. It does limit you to who you can send emails to, which dimensions you can see, which auction houses you have access to. All of those are tied to your shard. My recommendation for a new player to Rift, you want to go on Deepwood, which is what we're going to do. For the European area, right, they have a different set of shards. Their primary shard, based on what I've read on the Discord, is a shard called Typheria, and again, that's a shard I would recommend. You really want to go on the most populated shard. The next thing you'll see is to choose whether you want your character to be a Guardian or a Defiant. I personally prefer the Defiant questline. The Defiants are the tech geek type of characters, and I'm a tech geek, so I really like that. I also liked their area Meridian. They're like home base. I like that a little bit better than Sanctum. I actually found their questlines a little bit easier to understand. Although there are things I like about the Guardians. I like some of their zones better, but I recommend being a Defiant. So for this tune, we're going to do it Defiant. Oh, click next. So there are 3 races of tune you can be. You can be an Eth, which is a human. You can be a Kalari, which is an elf type of character, or you can be a Bami, which is, this big burly guy that you're looking at right here. And these are the women that you could be. There's a gear preview. I don't see much benefit of this, but it just shows you the different type of gear. I thought about this a bit. I want to create a Bami. I think she looks really cool. Alice Moon is already a Kalari, and Josanne as a human type on the Guardian side. She's a Mathosian. So I just think she just looks really cool. So I'm going to create her. This is where my primary recommendation for this video comes from. For your very first tune in Rift, I recommend you be a rogue. Specifically, did I click it? Yes, I did. Next. You want to be a huntsman. The huntsman has this pet. It has different types of pet, but this pig is a tanking pet. Rogues are one of the best DPS damage dealers at endgame. You can also be a cleric. Some of the mages do some pretty serious damage, but I think some of the top ones I've seen come from a cleric. But just for gameplay, to get to level 70, I find a rogue to be a lot easier. So again, rogue, huntsman, you want your pig, you're good to go. We're gonna call her Josanne. I want to use something like with my name. That seems kind of... We'll leave there and I'll think about it. So, for those who are interested in how to change the look of your character, you can continue to watch. Otherwise, I'll provide a link to skip you to the next part. I don't think it's as robust as some of the other newer MMO character creation things I've seen, but you do have the ability to change what her face looks like. You can make her have a more round face or a square face or a triangular face. I kind of go with what I think is most natural, which is something kind of in the middle. The features change her cheeks and eyes. It's like the structure of her face. I think she looks fine like that. We always have brown eyes. I like them to have brown eyes. You can make the eyes big or tiny. And again, I kind of like to go middle of the road. You can rotate the eyes up or you can rotate the eyes down. I like to go middle of the road. Oh, a little, maybe that way. There are different eyebrows you can choose that are all kind of, some are a little strange. I like this normal looking one, but I'll click through them all so you can see them. Go back to the normal looking one. For the nose, you can make the nose bigger or smaller. Again, I like middle of the road. For the tilt, I'll send her this way. You can have it tilt down. You can have it tilt all the way up. Middle of the road. Just kind of like that. Works for me. Our mouth can be very large, very small. Yeah, that works. Zoom her out a little bit. So you can have a base color and highlights. I always like to use gray because I have gray hair. Although my hair is more dark gray. Like gray highlights. And then there's, of course, different hairstyles you can have for the various Bami character. I don't know if these hairstyles apply to all the characters. I like that one, so that's the one we're going to be choosing, but I wanted to show them all. Very spiky. These are like elf hair, in my opinion. Some long hair. That one has a ponytail. That's actually what my hair looks like right now. And my main tune, Joseanne, I know her hair looks like that. But I like this for this character. The markings are the markings on their face, and you can change their color to be whatever you want it to be. They can be like a white, or you almost can't see that, but it depends on what color the skin is. And then there's like different markings, and I believe these are race specific, right? So the Bami has certain markings, the Ethel have certain markings, all right, and then the last one has no markings at all. I like that one. Makeup is, I think, their eyes and their lips, which can be different colors. Yeah, that did something to her eyes. Again, it's personal preference. You can do whatever you want. I like the heavier eyeshadow that was down here. I like that. And then her body can be any color on, it seems to be more gray to a pink color. I like the dark color. I think she looks cool like that. Your height, you can be tall, you can be short. I'm short, so I make my character short. The presets will just give you random generations of things, right? Of random ways that the tune looks. You know, her name doesn't need to be Joseanne. She looks like a Dracula. Can I use this? So it'll tell you if you can't use the name. Yeah, see the character name you select as our use, please choose another name. You can also do random. Yeah, and it just makes up names for you. That was not a good name. I don't like any of these names. I'm gonna do like Josenet, but I think that sounds kind of lame. Do that. There you go.
We couldn't stop them. Without Ascended, we just weren't strong enough. I wasn't strong enough. The Guardians branded us heretics, destroyed our machines, and left us helpless against what was coming. Invaders from the rifts swept through the world like a plague. They crushed the Guardians, and then all of Talara fell before them. In their wake came the most ancient of evils, Regulus, the Destroyer. With no one left to stand before him, he devoured everything. But there is one last hope. We survivors have made our stand and successfully engineered a new Ascended. You are our masterpiece, Defiant. The fate of Talara rests on your shoulders. You must not fail. Use the WASD keys to move your character. W is forward, S is backwards, A will turn left, D will turn right. Use the spacebar to jump. Holding the right mouse button while moving the mouse left or right will rotate your character to that direction. Holding the left mouse button while moving the mouse will pan your camera to that direction.
So this is one of the many tips that you'll get. I strongly recommend for a new player that you keep these on and read through them. Like, be patient, take your time. You only get to do this once. So you wind up over here with these two tabs of general and combat. I like to create a tab to spare you people the drama of the general chat. But you can also tailor the general chat. So any tab, you can right click on it, you can say settings, and you can make the font bigger if you want it to be bigger. You can change the colors. For the game messages, I always tend to include all of the game messages. For loot messages, I include everything except the crafting of others. For player messages, I would do the say, the tell, the emote, the yell. If you find you're in a guild, you can turn those on. I would do party and raid. Warfront is for PvP. I don't do that, so I don't add that. And then I would turn any channel messages off, and that'll take you out of the chat. And you don't need to see some of the crazy that goes on in the chat. It's not really bad. I know there's a lot of gaming communities that are a lot worse. I did want to go into the system settings. So there's a lot you can tailor in here. I mean, you can, if you want the music to be quieter and you want the voices to be louder, you can tune everything. This is the way it comes by default. Under interface, most of this I don't change. The colors are fine. The nameplates are fine. Under miscellaneous, I click the show additional overhead NPC icons, and I click auto loot by default. And I think that's all I click. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Combat, I leave alone. I don't touch any of these, right? Yeah, I don't think so. Combat, I leave alone. The tutorial, you can turn off if you want to. I would recommend leaving it on. The action bars are these bars that show up at the bottom or on the side. For a new toon, I would have at least 2 bottom action bars, and I always have 2 side bars, so this is in action bars. That way, the certain icons that you get, you can put where you put things in here and you have space. Anyone who's watched my gameplay, I have 3 of these and 3 of these, and I use what's on these in order to play the game. The socials, you can enable or disable the profanity filter, right? It lets you know all these things. I think that's fine. Status text, I'm not really sure what this is. I leave it on, it's fine. You can change the interface for the mouse. I leave it for what it's set at. In the display, if you are colorblind, you can add a thing to this that helps with colorblind. The camera is fine. The screen messages are fine. In video, should be the resolution of your monitor. You can go full screen windowed if you want to. I leave it at full screen. It's fine. You can play with this at your leisure. It's not really all that necessary. What is important is what's under the Advanced tab. So this is the settings related to the quality of your graphics card. I have it at Ultra. You can tune this down, and it will just take some of the detail out of the game. It doesn't change the way the game plays. It just lets it run better on your given computer. So if you find that it seems slow or it's sputtering, you just drag this down, right? You can tune this any way you want. Do what works for you. I don't record through here, so I'm sure, and I don't quite know what Rift Connect is. But so that's what I'd recommend most importantly under the miscellaneous tab. Turn on auto loop by default and turn on the overhead NPC icons, and make sure you have some action bars. And you can do that from like the get-go. There are add-ons. I've turned them all off. You really do not need any add-ons to start the game. So I think you can do without them, but then as the gameplay goes on, you may find like some of the tracking the rare creatures in the game that might work for you. There's an add-on for that. A lot of this is on CAD Rift. It's not important to start the game. Don't quite know what this wants me to do. Oh, yes, every day you get a daily gift from the Rift store, and you can claim it. And oh, what's this?
All items obtained since the last time you opened your backpack will have a glowing border for easy identification. Once the backpack is closed or the item is moved, the border will disappear.
Very good. I have seen people when they join, it automatically puts them in a guild. I did a run-through this before I recorded this because I wanted to make sure it's clean, so it's possible you might wind up in a guild. Yeah, I don't know about this starter guild thing. Is there anybody in it? Oh, they are. Look at that. I mean, you can stay in the guild if you want to. I don't quite want to be in a guild. There is also a daily calendar. It thinks I claimed it already, which is strange because this is a brand new toon. But it is the toon I created and deleted was on the Deepwood server as well, so that might be why it's doing that. But every day for 21 days. You get this rewards calendar. It gives you goodies. On the 21st day, you get a mount. It is a scaling mount. So you don't really need to buy a mount in-game. You just need to play the game for 21 days and you will get a mount. And mounts are crucial to this game. Interactions with quest givers. Take your time and read through these things is what I recommend. A lot of people get impatient. They're like, oh yeah, I'll figure it out. Yeah, but you're not in a hurry. You're in a tutorial. Take your time. They'll have little green things. You go and you talk to them. Silver's, this guy's one of my favorite characters in Defiant. And then they'll just, I mean, I have tons of video of this. Sometimes they speak when you talk to them about things. Most times they don't. You read through what they want you to do, and they tell you what to do, and you accept the quest.
We must get you to the time machine.
It shows up here. That's a very big thing. It wants me to go talk to her. I will go talk to her.
It is not enough. You must be great.
Kalari didn't recognize it. And now she has a quest for you to do. You accept it. Anytime you see a gold question mark, I recommend reading through it and see what they say. So this is talking about the map, right? So this is the mini map. Up here, you can call up. It'll tell you. See, the global map can be opened from the mini map, from this right here. This is the map of the starting tutorial zone. Or you can type the M key, and you get the map. I always type the M key because that's me.
Quest objectives appear as points or circles on the map. Mouse over any marker for quest and objective information.
So that's this. This is the quest that I'm on, and this is where it wants me to go.
Objectives too far away to be on your mini-map are shown with an arrow.
Yeah, they're these little sparkly things. I could probably make it happen by going this way.
Right-click a hostile target to attack. You may also attack by activating abilities on your action bar. Rogues use energy to power their abilities indicated by the purple bar next to their character portrait. Energy rapidly restores itself over time. Many rogue abilities build combo points which are used to launch powerful finishing attacks. The more points, the more potent the finisher. Points are shown as dots alongside your target's character portrait.
Yeah, see this little gold dot? That's what it'll look like on the map when you're out of the area, and then when you get closer to it, it'll go away and it turns to a circle. And so you can just go through this tutorial area. In this first area, these guys are yellow, so they won't attack you. You can run through them and they don't bother you. Like, you can run all over the place and they won't hurt you, so don't be intimidated. I mean, there's this is a healer, so when you do die in game, you'll wind up at a structure that looks like this. I wanted to call it a portal, and there will be a healer. If you talk to the healer, he will mend your soul. And right now, if I did this, he said, if I say okay, your soul is already healthy and doesn't require mending. But you will see over on your icon over here, there'll be like a little skull that means that your soul needs mending. You don't have to do it right away, but if it tells you if you wait too long, that bad things happen. Things with little sparkles like this are interactive. So, like, he's talking to me because I came near him. That only happens in the tutorial. This is a mailbox. It's probably in the starting area for people who are starting their second or third tune. So you can go through here and kill the things and follow through the tutorial. Your Soul Tree you can get to by hitting N, and this has you as a ranger. So each time you level up, you get another point. Sometimes you get 2 points, and you spend them climbing up this tree. You have the option, it'll just say spend the soul points, and it will spend them automatically, or you can spend them yourself, right? So it's like this says left click to learn. I don't know why it didn't learn it in the first place, right? Because see, points spent 0, points remaining 1. It wants me to spend a point right here, which I just did. So you can do it manually, or you can let the game fill the tree for you. For a new player, just let them do it and you'll be fine. Yeah, I wouldn't mess with anything else with this. For each point that you fill up here and this number increases, these start to become active. So when I get to level 2, this will become active. When I get to level 4, this will become active. All the way up to level 61, which I think is level 60 because you get multiple points. So it wants me to save because I spent this soul point. So I will save. And then I guess, oh look, the people are talking. Go out, enjoy the tutorial, have fun. You'll get to maybe level 8 or 9. It will take you over into Free March is the first, true zone of the game. And it'll give you quests to do, and that's the bread and butter of Rift. I hope this tutorial helps. Good luck to you all. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.